Oh, we're going to start getting political ads soon, like lots of them. I'm excited, aren't you?
No.
I like the money.
Yeah, the money's always
I can
nice.
agree with that.
Yeah, that's good. I like the money. Big time. It's going to be, it's get ready for it, kids. It's that time of the year, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see the ads between Blackburn and Rose.
What's the difference between you two? Honestly, everybody says the same thing. Tell me something different. I'm going to fight for you. Okay. What does somebody say? Look, guys.
Education and job growth.
That's right. Look at me. I'm a Christian. Woo! I'm a this. I'm a that. Okay. What? You're the same. Should I just flip a coin?
I'd be happy if they just, not to slam the voice guy, but he's on every political spot.
Yeah.
So can we mix it up?
They should let us do some political spots. We'll write your political spots for regular people. Okay? Doesn't matter who it is. We'll do it. We'll help you out. We'll get your name out there. People, they'll remember your spot. You may not like it, but trust me, you know, like Pato Bonton. What's the guy's name that's running? The third guy? Pato Bonton's a singer.
Cito Pellegra.
Tito Puente.
I was close. Oh, man, I can't even believe that.
Well,
Pato, I love Pato, but he's a great singer, actually. Come back to do. No, that's not him, though. So,
I mean, there's this. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can find on Cito is it comes up in AI. Cito Pellegra is a Republican candidate who has announced a bid for his governor, along with Marsha Blackburn and Representative John Rose. In his campaign, Pellegra emphasizes a focus on, quote, real change, reinvesting directly into Tennessee's people, communities, and economy.
okay.
So that nails it down.
You guys
he says he's going to end corruption.
Oh, they all are.
And leadership.
I just wish somebody would be honest. I'm going there, man, because you guys are sending me there, and I'm going to get as much as I can for myself. I'm going to grift the hell out of this place.
Look, vote for me, and I'll do the best I can, but that's all I can promise.
Vote for me. I'm doing this. This is going to be great. I love American stuff. Just like, what? Better than that lady from, is it Illinois the other day? She's like, I'm a Guatemalan first. I'm like, okay. You were born in Chicago, so settle down.
Yeah, exactly.
Your family escaped Guatemala, lady Ramirez.
Yeah. Oh.
Right. You were born on the South Side. You like the White Sox and the Bulls. So settle down.
You're American.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not.
I think we need to start writing these things for people. Because here's the thing. You've got the voice guy. So-and-so's going to do the best he can for you because he's great. And then he comes out and goes, I'm really nice, or whatever voice them. Oh, I'm going to work hard for you and try. And, you know, I teach Sunday school and you know, it's and the usual stuff. And I'm a 14th generation Tennessean. And just come on and go, look, guys. I suck less than the other guy that I'm going up against, okay? That guy's a tool.
And I'm promising nothing. I'm just going to go up there and vote.
Do you want me to tell you that I'm going to go out and get everything that I want to get done? It ain't going to happen. It isn't. I'm not bringing manufacturing jobs back because, no, it's not happening. So, but I'm going to work hard to make sure our state, you know, sucks less than all the other states based on their leadership. Something that's real. Nobody does real. You know what? One person did it real, and he got shunned for it. I'm going to take you back a few years, guys.
All right.
It wasn't this state. It was New York.
Allow me to introduce myself. I represent the rent is too damn high parties. People are working 8 hours a day and 40 hours a week to some a third job. Women can't afford to take care of their children, feed their children breakfast, lunch, and dinner. My main job is to provide a roof over your head, food on the table, and money in your pocket. This is politics as usual. Playing a silly game. It's not going to happen. The rent too damn high movement, the people I'm here to represent can't afford to pay their rent. They're being laid off right now as I speak. They can't eat breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Listen, someone's stomach, child's stomach just growled. Did you hear it? Gotta listen like me.
Love it.
He's
right on, man.
You look back and you're like,
We'll
that
give you
guy's,
some more big government to fix this.
that guy's spot on. And he was wearing gloves, too.
The rent too damn high.
And his
His
beard
sideburns.
was,
Yeah, he had like mutton chops. It was fantastic. He had a skullet, too, because his head, he was kind of bald, but he had like the Steven Seagal going.
Right.
He still doesn't beat Vermin Supreme.
No, Vernon Supreme's pretty good.
The boot on his head.
Yeah, that's just. I just want somebody to tell the truth, right? Look, I'm going to work, hey, I'm going to do everything I can. I'm not going to do everything for show. I'm not here to be a celebrity. I'm going to talk to both sides of the aisle. Oh my God. Because they're Americans, they're not evil. And the thing is to get everything done, and I don't want to steal money from you guys. There you go. All right? This pension, it hurts pretty fat when you get out of here. We're going to start writing some of these things because these people need help. These people need some help. So, there we go. Sal got it right. I'm not going to fight for you. I'm going to fight for you. Chad Benson for governor. I'll fight maybe for you. I'll definitely fight for you, baby girl. Oh, Lord.
And what that guy is saying in that ad you played, man, I mean, it goes back to what we're talking about. It's all about the economy.
It is.
And how everybody is doing economically. How much disposable income do I have at the end of the month?
There's a reason that Mamdani guy is doing well, besides the fact that he knows how to use TikTok and stuff like that. It's because he's talking to people that are frustrated. And this guy did the same thing, and everybody laughed at him, probably because he had the gloves on. I wouldn't have worn the gloves. But it's all about the Benjamins. You don't have enough Benjamins. You're borrowing off your credit card. You're doing buy now, pay later for groceries. And you're going, I thought this was going to get better. It isn't. That's the way people feel. And several of you will type in, my life is great. And then you ask, oh, yeah, I'm 77 and I'm retired and I got a pension. Okay, you're 32 and you got bills and you're working 2 jobs for those bills and you got 6 damn roommates.
Yeah.
And you'd love to buy a house, but you can't save up $400 million for a down payment and your parents aren't giving it to you. So that's what it's all about. This guy knew it. He knew it right away because he's from the rent's too damn high party.
I represent the rent is too damn high party.
That's right.
I freaking love that.
That guy was fantastic.
And I mean, he looked fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
1599 text in and said we need the political equivalent of the why lie, I need a beer homeless sign.
You know what? We should get Chad Benson signs all over. I'm not running for you.
It's not about you. It's about me.
Tune in to 99.7 to find out the details.
That's right. We'll start doing commercials. I promise I'll show up most days.
Most. Define most.
Not all. Not all. If you send me to the governor's mansion, that'd be cool.
That would be a big mistake.
I know. I'm going to make my entire platform pickleball and barbecue.
No, you can't do that because then people are going to be arguing over what kind of barbecue.
Doesn't matter.
Great value.
Great value because they make some damn good stuff. I'll tell you that right now.
No, I mean like Kansas City versus Carolina versus Memphis versus Texas.
Oh.
So what TB said, but the last guy's wrong. It's not the mayor's job to make sure people have a roof over their head and food to eat. No, but what I think he's crazy fun, but he's right. It's the rent's too damn high. Life is too expensive. It's not the government's job to fix that, give you a house.
Right.
But the government shouldn't get in your way in life and make everything worse while they get better.
Right.
That of all the things right now where Trump is having an issue, when I see a lot besides the Epstein stuff, when people are going home, they're just getting hammered by the Epstein stuff. But it's the big, beautiful bills tax cuts to the wealthy aren't making people thrilled. It's we built this nation through the middle class. We did. We built this nation through the middle class, and you look out there, and we should have trickle-down economics worked in the 80s and got it rolling. But then we became crony capitalist. So both parties got into this thing, and now they're bought and sold all day long. Right? So the left would like to have the bigger safety net and help you with everything and tax the hell out of the rich. You know what we need to do is give the middle class a nice, fat chunk of their money back. Tax, put taxes on the wealthy. They're not going to pay it. And we'll build middle out again. But this, the guy's right. The rent's too damn high.
Too damn high.
I mean, Ken, you have your kids. They bought a house yet?
No.
No.
They do not have the down payment, nor does their mother and I have a down payment for them.
Well, maybe you should work harder for them.
Well, that's your fault because you're lazy.
It's, I was telling Chris, so my little brother in California, he's 25. He makes ridiculous money like you couldn't believe. And he's like, I can't afford a house. He makes probably $170,000 a year. Sometimes a little bit more.
Yeah.
And he's like, I can't afford to buy a house. Because, you know what? If I go and buy a house, first of all, I'm going to have to put $100 down.
Yeah.
And then he goes,
just to get the mortgage.
Yeah. And then I'm going to have to pay $7,000 a month for a mortgage.
That's crazy.
That's a no right there. People just, they want to see you fighting for real, too. That's the other thing. Like, act like you care. Because I feel like even like the whole thing with the redistricting in Texas. Do you know why the special session was started? It was to deal with what? The flood response and how poor it was, along with THC, because, they're really weird about the weed there. But that was the original thing. They added THC later. Then they decided to do redistricting and just went to hell. Guess what's not getting fixed? Any of the help or the problems needed with the flood response. Because it became about them, which is politics in general, which frustrates us all. A lot of stuff still to get to. You know what? 80 years ago, something happened. We need to talk about it. I think it's a good thing to do. We're talking about serious stuff.
North Korea?
North Korea. That's right. North Korea happened. It sprung out of nowhere, and then the dearest of all leaders was raised by a panda bear. And away they went. So their stories are the best. To this day, the fact that they created the burrito is so awesome.
And Kim Jong-il doing, what was he? He hit 9 hole-in-ones on an 18.
On 18. It's the only time he's ever golfed.
First time out.
First time.
Did you see the water park they built? It is amazing. I mean, nobody can go there, but it is amazing.
Yeah, nobody can go.
What about that hotel in the center of the city that's completely empty and will never be finished?
Yeah. It's amazing. It is. But they built a water park, and it is gorgeous. It looks like because they're trying to bring Eastern Europeans and stuff in there, people that they feel like, yeah, you guys are kind of communists. Come on over here. But, it's so weird. I would feel weird going there knowing that nobody else here is Korean. Right? Nobody here is Korean? Nobody? Nope. Interesting. Coming up, a lot of stuff still on this most festive of Wednesdays. It's Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. And that is not CeeLo. Cito.
Cito Pellegra.
Cito Pellegra. Goal. Every Wednesday, not only do One Hit Wonder Wednesday with the white ladies, liberals, you love to tell us what to do, ladies, don't you? You know what, though? Ken and I, we do the work. Belle does not. Belle's like, I don't need the work. I'm perfect. Ken and I do the work. And our friend Kylie's back, and this time she's, upset about plastic surgery and capitalism.
Under capitalism, choice is an illusion, and this extends to plastic surgery. I don't enjoy makeup, and yet I wear it. Each day I put it on, I paint my face with all these different colors because it makes me feel confident. It makes me feel like a badass. But the actual process I don't enjoy. So while it's my choice to wear makeup each day, I absolutely would not wear it if it wasn't the standard to do so. If going completely barefaced, all natural was trending, I would not wear makeup. I probably wouldn't shave. Because honestly, those things are performative for me. I don't enjoy doing them. It's the same thing with plastic surgery. You get the surgery, you get the breast implants or the BBLs to feel like a baddie, and that is great because you deserve to feel sexy. You deserve to have men bowing down at your feet. The problem is you can't say that it was truly your decision because in a vacuum, you wouldn't have made that choice. I can tell you that with certainty because no one would want to go under the scalpel and have permanent changes done to their bodies if they didn't absolutely have to because again, there's no real choice under capitalism.
Do you know that? Capitalism made her shave her armpits and legs and wear a bikini and look good and put makeup on.
That's what did it.
That's it. You don't have to do that.
No.
You don't. I mean, you whine like, I don't want to do this because capitalism's making me. Really? Is that a guy? Do you have a guy who's dating somebody named Capitalism? Is forcing you to do this? What's the deal? And why wouldn't you want to kind of... There's nothing wrong with looking good. The only time it's cool to not look good is when you're 7 and you don't care what people think, right? Your hair's a mess. You got boogers coming out. You're playing harder than anybody. You're breathing hard. Your face is red. It's fun.
You talking about me?
No.
Oh, sorry. I just got back.
I know. Well, our good friend Kylie, capitalism is made her shave her armpits and legs and put on makeup and get breast implants or something.
No, it hasn't.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't. I mean, that's a reach to get
Capitalism made me cut my hair.
there. Yeah, it did.
Worked out real well for capitalism, didn't it?
Yeah, his hair's long, like you couldn't believe.
He's a long hair.
He's a long-haired. He's the kind of guy back in the day. He's just ruffian.
Probably got blue jeans.
Probably does. So just white women, just relax.
I tell you, man, that lady...
She's spectacular, though.
Just...
Oh, she's got so many more today. We've got so many more good ones from her. She's hit it out of the park with a few of them, and we're just getting started. What do you hear what she says about, country music?
Oh, boy.
And MAGA. You guys are going to love Kylie. She is great. And as I do every week, reach out to her, like her to come on the program, just to ask her the questions. Do you wake up angry?
Yeah.
Do you ever fun? Like, I often wondered, to the uber progressives, right? Like, because we know, like, we get all kinds of text messages. You guys tell us how much, we suck and we're awful. But yeah, you text us every day and we laugh. But do you ever go out and just have fun and, like, not talk? I was reading a great article about a couple hours ago. I was telling Belle. And it's a really interesting article about Lauren Boebert, and Jamie Raskin have become really good friends.
Yeah, it does happen.
She was in the hospital when she was getting ready to give birth. And he was in the hospital as well, and he was going through chemotherapy. He had cancer. And she started talking and praying about and talking to him. They became friends, and they've maintained their friendship because they may be diametrically opposed in a lot of things, but they look at each other as human beings. And she says, people even inside my sphere are horrified. Why? He's an American. He's your pal. It's so weird.
Yeah, Matt Gaetz and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez were apparently pretty close.
Yeah,
pretty good buddies. They would high five each other on the
she was
the
a little
house
old
floor.
for him, but that wasn't super uncalled for, Chad. Did he Venmo or anything? Did he? But you know who else was? I hear this all the time about
Antonin Scalia and Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
They were super good friends. Rachel Maddow and Tucker Carlson are like super buddies.
Well, Tucker's like tight with Gavin Newsom.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong.
Elton John played Rush Limbaugh's wedding.
Yes, he did. And Family Guy had Rush Limbaugh on, and they said when they decided to do this, they brought him on, and their first thought was, we're going to hate this guy. This guy's going to be a pain in the ass. We're not going to like anything about him. They said he was the nicest, most gracious guy who did everything for the staff, took pictures. They said he was genuine and real. You'd be surprised when you get past the bloviating of politics or whatever. We're all kind of the same.
And your own personal assumptions.
Yes. Well, assumptions, they're fun. Then they make out of you and me. What I say. Coming up. We'll get the latest on what's going on at Fort Stewart. Again, 2 victims taken to level 1 trauma centers in Savannah. 5 soldiers were shot. Still don't know much about what took place, but they have a male Army sergeant in custody, and he is alive, is the latest. And Ken will have more on that as well. So Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. Dun, 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 dun. Brian says, because we were talking before we went to break about whether or not you can, why aren't you friends with people on the other side? And he said, nah, pass. I ain't being so-called friends with pukes and purely evil people. Who are you hanging out with? Pukes. Seems a little... And evil people. I'm like, really? They're not. There's evil people everywhere. Trust me on that. Trust me, there's evil people everywhere. So for those of you out there thinking, well, no, there's bad all over. It's about looking at, and I try to explain this like to my kids. Somebody that you don't agree with, no matter what it is, they got a differing opinion. It's the opinion. Right? It's the thing they believe, whatever it is. But you don't have to hate somebody. And I see too much of that. I mean, we joke about, we play that lady, but that Kylie lady, and we got more from her. You'd be surprised at, though, when you read some of these comments and all these things, the things that people say about her and the things that people say about the people on the right. It's nuts. This is why we don't get anywhere, because we're allowing extremes to dominate way too much of a conversation. Way too much of a conversation. And I think we need to get past that and start moving into a better place when it comes to trying to get stuff done for the American people. Because people always say, you don't like Trump. You know what I don't like? I don't like nobody getting anything done. I don't like crony capitalism. I love America, and I love Americans, and I want us all to be successful. It's that simple. There's no my team, your team. It's who's the best at getting something done, which is really what we're built on, meritocracy. Unfortunately, what's the old saying in England? And this was the truth is, we fight like lions. Unfortunately, we're led by donkeys, which happens way too much. This day in history, we do this. A lot of stuff happened on this day in history. The Voter Rights Act signed in. It's been 60 years. The Lucille Ball was born today, as was Andy Warhol. So if you need a picture of a soup can and Marilyn Monroe, there's your guy.
Lucille Ball was gorgeous.
Yeah, she was. She was so gorgeous.
She was gorgeous.
She was stunning. I don't because she was so funny, I don't think people realized how talented she was.
Yes.
And also, when they talk about Ricky Ricardo and stuff, his business acumen when it came to wanting to own the rights to everything, wanting to do all that stuff was, they were so far ahead. And of course, you guys know the story about Star Trek.
Yeah, I was going to say that they had done nothing else. They brought us Star Trek, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, they did. They bought us Star Trek. But something else happened 80 years ago today.
North Korea.
North Korea was not the answer. Something else did. America woke to President Truman at the time, who in the video looked like he had never seen a microphone or a camera to deliver this.
Time ago, an American airplane dropped one bomb on Hiroshima and destroyed its usefulness to the enemy. That bomb has more power than 20,000 tons of TNT. The Japanese began the war from the air at Pearl Harbor. They have been repaid many-fold, and the end is not yet. With this bomb, we have now added a new and revolutionary increase in destruction to supplement the growing power of our armed forces. In their present form, these bombs are now in production, and even more powerful forms are in development. It is an atomic bomb. It is a harnessing of the basic power of the universe. The force from which the sun draws its power has been loosed against those who brought war to the Far East.
Was that before Nagasaki? After
Yes.
Hiroshima?
So it's Hiroshima first, and that was today, 80 years ago today. Paul Tibbets, who was the cat that flew the plane, it was named after his mom. He painted it right before. They had to refigure the entire airplane, the B-29.
Nola Gay.
Nola Gay. Should have never had to left today. That's a OMD song. It was interesting. He said that he was the only one for the gig. He had the most experience. He was excited to do it. They were on the island of Tinian, and they knew that this was going to be big. They didn't know what it was. They had to refit the plane completely to get everything on there. And away they went. He said it was the most boring, uneventful flight he had ever had in his life. He just said it was so boring. And then they released it. And the rest is, I mean, it's history. And it's also terrifying to think what we had. I mean, what we did, what we unleashed. We killed 80,000 people instantly. Another 70,000 or so died within a week. And, you know, it was a wake-up call to the world. Because there was a race, right? Los Alamos, Oppenheimer, you know, but you think about that. Also think about all the race, the big race took place when we got into Germany and the Soviets and us were racing to see how many of the scientists we could get. That was a huge race. We got a lot of them. No doubt about that. One of the things he talked about is, you know, again, the magnitude of what he went through and when they were flying, because they go and they drop the thing, and he says, we had like literally 10, 12 seconds, and we had to do this.
The sky in front of me lit up like nothing you have ever seen. And then wham, we got hit by that shock wave. The first shock wave registered 2.5 G-forces on the airplane. Yeah, that was a good kick in the pants.
Good kick in the pants. That was a kick in the grundle. He had to wear welder's goggles, but he says he couldn't see any of the instruments. But he said the weirdest thing is when they made the turn, the taste of radiation was in their mouth, that high in the air. And they tasted the radiation. They said it was like biting into like a metal fork or something.
Like that feeling you get when you bite aluminum foil?
Uh-huh. It was 120 million degrees in the air once they dropped. So they harnessed the sun like you couldn't believe. I mean, that's incredible when you think about it. And by the way, these things are nothing now. Those things are nothing. The thing I found interesting, though, is this is a woman who, her name is Saito Thurlow. She married an American. She was a young girl who, that day, was going to go learn some stuff to help the emperor in their fight against the evil America in the West.
At 8 o'clock, we started the morning assembly, and the man in charge of us, Major Yanai, was giving us a pep talk. You girls got a good training, and this is the very day you start proving your patriotism and loyalty to the emperor. We said, yes, sir, we'll do our very best. And at that second, I saw the bluish-white flash all over the windows. Next thing I sensed was just flying up in the air. I was just floating up in the air. The powerful blast flattened all the building in the city, and obviously my own building was falling down. My body was in it.
Yep. Somebody pulled her out. Now, this is where it gets weird. So I don't think people realize what this stuff does to people because some people evaporated, but other people,
everybody, they were almost naked, clothes were tattered, hair was standing up, and the skin and flesh were burned, blackened, and swollen, and the parts of the bodies were missing, and some were carrying their own eyeballs, and they collapsed. As they walk, as they collapse, their stomach burst open, intestines stretch out.
That's terrible.
Yeah. you hit the ground and your entire innards just explode out. The people that they did find, everything was cooked on the inside. Their blood turned to jello if they had any left. It was again.
And there's still places around the city where you see that they've preserved, where you see basically shadows.
That's right, shadows.
Of where they were vaporized.
Yeah, shadows. And Tibbetts was asked, because, you kill 80,000 people in a go. They didn't know what they had either. I mean, nobody knew. I mean, they're telling you, okay, this bomb's going to do this, but they don't know what it's really going to do, because until you see it, you don't know. But he was asked, like, do you regret it?
And I've been asked directly, would you do it again? If you give me the same circumstances, I would not hesitate. And I've never lost a night's sleep.
No. There's a debate on whether or not Japan was going to give up, because as bad as this was as much a show, and Nagasaki, for the Soviets as anything else. And that was an interesting, because there's always this debate. Were they going to give up? Weren't they going to give up? Maybe not. We're going to lose millions. Were they prepared to die for it? Because some people were frustrated with the Japanese imperial, the mindset of fight. It was, again, think about where we were. This was 1945. Think about that. Think about where we came when the turn of the century to there. It's incredible. And it's also terrifying. And yet at the same time, look at us in Japan now and our friendship that is gone. We helped rebuild it. The plans throughout Europe and everywhere else that we went, and we helped modernize them, get off their feudal society. That was a big deal. And that's one of the reasons why Europe is so successful, because we helped rebuild the thing. We're a huge part of it. Same thing with Japan. And it's those things. That's what, when I look over to Israel and Gaza, if this thing ever stops, which is not going to, we being a part of that and bringing people to have a life and an opportunity that's not war with a future is a big deal. No doubt. This day, 80 years ago, the first bomb went off in Hiroshima. At Chet Benson Show. That's my Twitter. Feel free to tweet at us. We like hearing from all of you. You can text the program. Bell, where do they text the program?
615-737-9986.
Go ahead and do that. A lot of stuff still to get to today. We'll probably relive our one-hit wonders in the third hour. But you know what? Coming up, a comedian's done something that is really interesting. They bought something. Why? I don't know. I don't even think they know why. But, man, Ken and I wanted it.
Yeah, they bought North Korea.
They did. They bought North Korea. You're correct. It cost them 3 shekels. It's the Chad Benson Show. So we talk 997. Are we ready for some more of our White Girl Wednesday?
I'm ready, man. I want to know how to act.
Well, you're going to. And you're going to learn about music, too, because she's going to deliver it to you.
Hi, this is just a reminder that Black people created country music. If you don't believe me, here are some of the sources about the history of country music, including one from Harvard. For instance, the banjo is a crucial instrument in country music, and it has its origins in West Africa. It's similar to a lute that was brought over by enslaved Black people during the transatlantic slave trade. What is now called hillbilly music actually has a very rich history in things like African folklore, field songs, spirituals, and the blues. We see a lot of white people trying to gatekeep country music, and yet they are neglecting the fact that the very reason the genre exists in the first place is because of this root that traces all the way back to enslaved Black people, to African music, and to a genre that was born of oppression in the United States. So when people complain about Beyonce not being country music, or when white people were mad about Lil Nas X, just know that like many things, this hatred is rooted in racism and cultural appropriation, because guess who was actually the founders of this genre? It wasn't white people.
There you go.
She has got to be insufferable on a date.
She doesn't go on a date. She doesn't.
No, man.
I think she does, but only once.
She is, yeah. Even if you're liberal, you're like, I can't listen to you anymore. Loosen up, lady. Have some fun.
It's too much, man.
Hey, listen, cultural appropriation. Next time you listen to Morgan Wallen, you know what it's about. Beyonce, Little Nas X. Remember the Little Nas X? If you guys don't know, he did the Country Road. They had to go in and do another, minute of the song because it wasn't long enough. I think it was like 1:30, and they had to get it to 2:30 or 2 minutes, and that's why he brought Billy Ray in.
That makes sense.
So, but if you want to feel bad about yourself, well, not us because we're like normal, but if you want to go out and like this person's going to tell you everything that's wrong with you, your culture, your name, you name it, everything that's wrong. My name's Chad. You stole it from Africa. Yeah. Ken, I don't know why you're laughing. Your name came from Kinji and they stole it. God. You're right, though. Insufferable.
Yeah, if you trace it back to its origins, Ken is actually an African name that was born out of Kunta Kinte.
Oh, look at that.
See?
See
why? You see why I feel so angry?
All the time.
I am so oppressed.
So now you guys know. So we got to get her on the show. We do. Just, she could yell at us, tell us how horrible we are. Tell us what we're doing wrong today. We'll get her to do some drops for us. And you know what's funny is I bet we'll sit here and we'd probably have a good time and laugh a bit. So, and some of the stuff that's on her page that people post are insane, horrible things. But welcome to the world of the internet. I don't know if you're aware of it. It's not a nice place at times. It's full contact. No matter what, you could say hi and somebody's going to say, you're a Nazi. You're horrible. You hate the Jews.
Exactly.
Coming up, hour number 3 of said program. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997.